Okay,
Okay, I want
some
to do a
of
quick
you
video on
at
basic
home who
patterning.
are running SolidWorks
So let's create a new,
do not have the
new part
toolbox.
file.
And I just got off the phone
And,
with the
we're gonna
technical
start with
support,
our
and we think we have a
plate
solution.
again.
I have no way to test it here because everything worked for me. But
Again, I'm using
here's our
SolidWorks
best shot at it.
2015.
So if
maybe
you notice, if
using
you
a
go
later
to
version,
your add-ins,
that will look slightly
notice that I've
different,
got
but
quite
the
a few
workflow will
of
be
them.
basically
And
the
most
same.
likely you do not. You just
Okay,
have
so
maybe one or
we
two
want to
add-ins.
create
And notice I have the toolbox
base,
add-in,
or sorry, boss,
which I'm going to
let's
enable.
create my block.
What's happened
And,
is the
I'm gonna go ahead and
Windows
dimension this.
installed a
Let's make it,
security update
5 inches
that
by
when SolidWorks does its
3
install,
inches. Okay, that will make it a quarter inch
Windows prevented these add-ins from being installed.
5.
And
Okay.
what we're going to do to fix that is temporarily
So patterning,
disable that update. We're going to run
in order to make a pattern or do a
what's called a
pattern, we need to
repair
have what I call a
of the
seed feature,
SolidWorks
or basically
installation.
a feature that we're
and
going
then
to
we're going to
pattern.
re-enable that
So
update,
for instance,
you have
let's
that security back in
let's
place.
make a
So there's no problem.
boss
SolidWorks is
on
not going
this
to damage or
top,
hurt your system. It's just going to allow these
plate here,
add-ins to be able to be installed.
Make a quarter inch.
So the first thing you're going to need to do
peg,
is
if you will.
on the D2L.
And that's what I'm calling my seed feature.
On
So
D2L,
we want to
you're
pattern
going to need
this
to
feature,
pull that up.
this feature called
And
I
under
can name it, call it
content,
peg,
where I have those videos,
and we want to
I've
pattern
added
this peg.
a,
Maybe make a pattern. In
hopefully you
different
found the video
directions.
for this, but there's the
So
toolbox fix file.
one
So
flavor
click
of
on
pattern that we have is called
and
linear
go ahead and download
pattern.
that.
So
if I go to my
features,
that zip file.
go to my
so download
linear pattern,
and I'm going to go ahead and open it up.
I can drill down. There's kind of some different patterns, and I'm going to do another video on advanced patterning. But this is just the basic stuff. If I click on
and
linear
there's
pattern,
two files in here. You're going to want to extract both those files.
it
I'm
wants to
gonna hit
know.
extract.
It basically pulls up the interface.
I'm going
and
to put
it's
it
wanting to collect
whoops.
the direction of the
I'm going to
pattern.
go ahead and hit extract. I'm going to put it
the second direction of the
somewhere
pattern,
different.
and the features or faces of the pattern. So
temp directory under.
at this point, maybe we want to pattern this peg
toolbox.
feature. So notice that the peg feature is now
Tool
selected.
box.
But we have to control the direction that we want to go. So I'm going to go back to direction.
And let's go to
And
where those files are.
I'm
So
going to give
those
it
files are under
an edge
C colon,
direction. So it's basically saying I'm going
backslash
to pattern in this
under temp,
basically X direction along this edge.
and then under.
So
what do I call
we
it?
maybe
Toolbox.
have some spacing. So what if my spacing is half an
Oops,
inch?
it looks like I only got one file,
That's
so
gonna
I need
be
to
the
make sure I
spacing of this
highlight
pattern.
both those files.
And I can control
So
how
let's
many
confirm that. So download.
entities that we're going to replicate from my
Open.
seed. Or
I'm going to highlight both those. I'm
my
going to hit
original
extract.
feature.
We're going to put it in C colon temp.
We can
toolbox.
also control a secondary direction.
yes to all because
by selecting another
I'm overriding
direction.
everything. So everything's
I can come over
extracted
here
now.
and grab another direction.
So I should have two files.
and we can
out there on
control
disk.
the spacing of
One
this
says
as well.
run after repair enable,
and we can
one
control
says run before
flip the direction
repair
by
enable.
toggling. So maybe I have several.
What you'll do
different,
now is double click
or
double click on this
instances
to run the
as
disable.
well.
You want to double click and run disable. So
We
double
can
click
go
on
in
that.
and say
You
if
can
there's
also
something
click on it, right click
that
and
we
say,
don't want to have pattern. We can do what's called instances
hopefully you can say
to
run.
skip, and I can
just double
select
click
or
on it.
highlight.
So
those
double click
pieces
on that.
I don't want
disable.
patterned. Maybe there's something going on, and
At this point, you're going to go to Start,
plate
Control
I don't
Panel,
want
and we're going to
pattern.
go to your Programs.
So I can do that. So I'm going to clear
And
selections.
we're
just
going
so
to,
if we like what we see,
modify or
we can
repair
go ahead and
SolidWorks.
hit select.
So
and
find
basically get this
SolidWorks
pattern.
in your program files.
Now,
and we're going to click
looking
on
at where
change.
this pattern sits on my plate, I could control that with dimensions.
So go to find SolidWorks.
And basically, I
in
need to
program
control
files
the
and hit change.
the seed,
And
because the
hopefully,
pattern is basically going off of this original.
So you're going to
feature,
hit repair this
peg
installation.
seed feature. So
I
wanted
and then
to
you're going to
say,
hit
hey,
next.
that's gonna be
Follow all of the
0.75
prompts to
inches
repair the installation
in one direction.
If you have the opportunity to
and
install
maybe,
Toolbox,
let's
make
see,
sure you
another
select
direction
Toolbox.
here.
It should be
So
by
it's smart
default, but
dimension.
it's not. Make sure Toolbox
Press
Center.
selected.
Grab this edge.
Once
So
that
that
installation takes
0.5,
place and is all complete,
and I hit return, and
you
it
can
goes
see
to
it's
finish.
It's
I'm
shifted
actually
this
not
entire
gonna repair
pattern, but it's always
installation
saying I'm
because
going to
it's
start
working
here
okay.
at this feature.
And pattern
You're going to hit
in that direction.
complete and go back.
So that's kind of the
to
idea behind patterning. We
that
can edit that
registry
pattern
file
by clicking in the pattern itself.
and you're going to
hit
run
edit.
after repair. So just go ahead and double click on that run after repair.
And I
enable.
can control.
That's going to enable that security update.
you
So
know,
basically,
vary my pitch again.
we We
very
disable the
nip pitch
update
over
by
here
running before repair.
and adjust things the way I
We
want.
then go and do the modify.
So that's kind of
and
the idea
change
behind patterning.
change the installation in SolidWorks.
And this is
And then we
linear
run
patterning.
this enabling
So I'll do
the
another video
security
on
update.
circular patterning.
So that's the
Okay, thanks for
workaround.
watching.
I have no way to test it because everything's working fine on my system here. But I want some of you to test it and see if it solves the problem. The tech support thought this was the problem. So, and they've reported on issues of Windows 7, 8, and 10. So give that a try, and hopefully it'll work out for you.